Hey, it's pasthisprime here, and welcome to the Crust. This is an early edition version of the game. It looked interesting. I thought I'd pick it up, and we're going to give it a shot. Hopefully it's enjoyable, and we'll see if it's going to stay on the channel for a period of time or not. And make sure you let me know your thoughts in the comments. But let's get straight into it and see what this is all about. Introduces the basic mechanics and moves you smoothly through the story. Okay. So we got a... Does the tutorial play the game or just is a tutorial? Okay. Camera movement, WASD, yeah, sure. Am I supposed to do something? Q&A, middle mouse, all right.
Watch yourself out there. Lunar night is coming. Stand by, Alpha Team. We've got visitors.
Mayor Tranquilitatis Logistics to incoming transition. Please state your intentions. Over.
Alice to MT Logistics. We have received clearance and hold a signed contract with Mr. Halloway for our mining operations in this designated sector. We're here to commence our activities as scheduled. Over.
MT Logistics to Alice. We weren't informed of your early arrival. We've just finished building the elevator for your drones to access the underground facilities. At the moment, all the electricity is being used to charge the batteries as we prepare for night. We can't route power to the elevator right now. I suggest you keep your mining buddies in orbit for the next 2 weeks while we wait for the sun to come up, sweetheart.
We made it here right on schedule, but waiting for the next morning on the moon, a whole 2 weeks of downtime, is utterly unacceptable. This could jeopardize our entire mining contract. We need a better plan. And the name's Alice, not sweetheart.
All right. So here we are on the moon. Hopefully the volumes are all right. We'll find
Good
out.
afternoon, Director. This is Alice, your Vice President. We have a bit of a situation here, but I'm already on it. First, let's test our connection. Give this dialog box a click if you're hearing me loud and clear, then we can proceed. Connection solid. That's a start. Give me a few minutes to secure our landing clearance. Feel free to soak in the sights while you wait. I'm sure you have a great view of the moon from your orbital station.
Oh, okay. So we're not actually on the moon. We are looking at the moon from a distance. It's got a blurring effect because every time I move, it everything becomes fuzzy. Or it's just my eyes. One of the two is happening. No, I think it becomes fuzzy. I wonder if that's a setting. Well, we'll keep going.
So, Robert, do we have a deal?
Can I just... No, I cannot. All right. Take a look around. WASD to move the camera. Q, E to rotate. Mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Beautiful. Am I supposed to tick these? And I'm sure I did them all. I don't know if these are supposed to get ticked. Get a landing permit. Wait for Alice to finish negotiating.
Let me be clear. A 2-week power outage equals job loss and a costly lawsuit for me. I don't care who you are, get Holloway on this. But no power for you and your toys until sunrise. We just don't have extra electricity right now.
Look, Robert, you and I got off on the wrong foot. Our drones were originally designed for autonomous construction and repair, and we've brought the necessary resources. Grant us landing permission, and we'll handle the power situation ourselves. This benefits both of us. More solar panels for you, and we could land our toys and get going. They also can handle the repairs. So, should I update Mr. Holloway on our successful collaboration?
All right, Alice. You have permission to land. Make sure your fancy drones don't break anything. Over and out.
Director, it's your call. Permission to land has been granted. Show this Bob the Builder that we can fix this.
Objective achieved.
Choose a place to land the pods near the elevator. To do this, click on the notification on the left side of the screen and select an appropriate location.
Director, your primary responsibility is to ensure resource extraction and processing in our logistics hub on the Sea of Tranquility. Currently, it depends on external supplies. If you can address this issue, even partially, rest assured, we'll secure long-term contracts for you in the years to come. I personally vouched for your mission to the board. I'd hate to send you home with nothing. Better help me convince these old-timers that you are a promising team, and your work is the future.
Absolutely, Mr. Holloway. Both the director and I are immensely grateful to you. Our focus is on establishing a long-term partnership, and we'll do our utmost to make it a reality. You can count on us. To get started, select the required modules on the construction panel and place their holograms on the moon's surface. The drones will perform all construction tasks automatically.
Okay, so that seems to be the supplies we've dropped off. That's our batteries, our power, water, money, I'm guessing, whatever that is. There's our drones, oxygen, people, CPU, reputation, science. All right, and we got pause, play, whatever else. Okay.
Director, place the holograms of solar panels on the highlighted sites. Our drones will pick up necessary resources and begin construction.
All right, build 4 solar panels. Do I have to do mediums? Okay. Was there a duplicate? There we go. Alright, I'll let them get built. We'll have to see how sort of fast the game goes and whether we need to speed her up or not, but we'll keep it at normal play speed for now till I see what we're doing. You want me to just click on you? Yeah, you're gonna go away.
Objective achieved.
Would you look at that? They've actually built them. Not a bad start at all. Alice, can you hear me? Your drones did a good job. Faster than I expected. All the energy from these panels will go to you, but if you want to work at night, you need to take care of saving it now. For this, you're going to need some batteries.
Well, thank you for your unwavering faith in our abilities, Robert. And I hope we've convinced you that we know what we're doing, and now our suddenly efficient drones will be busy building batteries. Director, he's absolutely right. A night on the moon is almost 14 and a half Earth days without the sun, and we do need batteries. Build 4 of them next to the solar panels.
Alright, here we go. Batteries. How do you rotate? Might as well build them the same way they've got them, or look, sort of. Place batteries, and then we got build charging stations so drones can regenerate energy. It's just the one, looks like it. Probably should pay attention to what these things cost. We have a fair bit of supplies. A massive amount, to be honest. That seems to be a lot.
Objective achieved.
Well, your drones really know how to build. Now use the wiring tool and connect the solar panels and batteries. Next, you just need to power up the elevator and you'll gain access to the underground level.
Switch to the utilities mode and select the wiring tool. You can right-click to quickly access the tool. Shift consecutive wiring.
Okay, that's pretty good. So we get a shift. Oh, damn it, missed. Hang on, pause. I screwed that up. Hang on. Connect the modules with wires. 11.7. We're not supposed to do that many. And the elevator. Is that the elevator? I mean, I guess it is. How come that doesn't get powered?
Objective achieved.
Now that everything is up and running, let's get down to business. Switch to the underground level by pressing tab.
Underground level. Oh, because of the elevator.
Objective achieved.
Great. To start mining, build the drone configuration module. The elevator transfers power from the surface to the underground level. No need to worry about that.
Okay, construct panel mining drone reconfiguration module. Oh, we bloody paused. When was I paused? I think I paused it when I stuffed up the electrics. Okay. Alright, so here come the drones. Hang on. Is there an escape menu? Let me have a look. I'll have a look at the graphics. What do we got? Okay, there's no blurring setting or anything like that, so... Okay. Alright, so we're basically bringing the bricks down.
Now wire it to the elevator to power the module.
Pardon my curiosity, but how are you going to extract lunar regolith with cargo robots? I'm far from a robotics expert, of course, but it seems like we have more questions than answers at this point.
That's an excellent question, Robert, and I'd be delighted to answer it. However, I need to wrap up some things first. The drone reconfiguration module allows up to 5 drones to be converted into mining drones and vice versa.
Convert 4 drones into mining drones.
Now let's have the drones excavate an area measuring 50 standard units. In the meantime, I'll have a chat with our curious Bob.
Excavate 50 cells of regolith. Oh, okay. I don't know how much is 50 cells. Did it tell me as I was highlighting? I didn't pay attention, so that was silly. How do I know what material it is?
To order the drones to start the evacuation, you need to use the highlighting tool and mark areas for digging. The mining drones will do the rest.
Evacuation. It says excavation.
Robert, to answer your question, our company has been providing repair and maintenance services for robotics and mining equipment for over 10 years. We were involved in the development and maintenance of technology for lunar mining along with the first industrial expeditions to the moon, even before the construction of the space elevator and the full-scale development of the moon by mankind. And I'm pleased to inform you, Robert, that by pooling our vast experience, we have been able to develop and implement multifunctional drone technology that can be re-equipped for a variety of tasks. Did I answer your question in enough detail, or should I send you a set of materials for review? I can throw in a set of coloring books especially for you, so you can quietly make your downtime in the workplace more enjoyable.
Jesus, now we're getting sarcastic.
All right, Alice, I get the hint. You do your job and I'll mind my own business. By the way, I'll grab a few coloring books as souvenirs for the kids. I'll be heading home in about 2 weeks. Director, I understand that I can be difficult at times, but your Alice is quite remarkable. She reminds me of my ex-wife.
We're all still on the same channel, Robert.
So, what's up with those coloring books?
I'll send them to your wife along with some flowers. She's not likely to get them from her husband.
Tutorial completed. Director, you have successfully completed the training and can continue the story campaign or go to the main menu and choose another mode. Seek a balance between survival and exploration, experiment with different strategies, and lead our company to success. We are counting on you. Between survival and exploration. All right, well, we're going to continue the campaign.
Wait. We're getting distress signals from everywhere. Director, the alert system isn't malfunctioning. We have to check.
Did you just destroy my entire good hard work?
This is an emergency broadcast. We have detected an imminent asteroid collision with the moon's surface. We are currently assessing the extent of the damage and the number of casualties. At this moment, our teams are working tirelessly to restore communication with lunar outposts. For those still on the moon, be aware that we are mobilizing all available resources to assist you. Conserve your energy and ration your supplies until further notice. Additional information will be provided as the situation unfolds. Stay tuned for updates. Over and out.
I repeat, Crust has declared a state of emergency of the first degree. Commercial shipments and cargo landings are prohibited. All complexes, resources, and facilities on the moon are now under Crust control. All remaining facilities should switch to emergency frequency and report their status. Conserve energy and resources, and await further instructions.
What's happening? Director, can you hear me? We're receiving reports that a meteorite collided with the moon and the state of emergency has been declared. Director, confirm you're on the line right now. You could have done it more quickly and spared me the worry. Director, there's still no signal from the personnel of the base. I'll try again, but my hope is dwindling. Robert, come in. Robert, do you copy? Robert, damn it, come in. There appear to be no survivors. I'm glad you were on the orbital station when the collision happened. I suggest you stay there as long as possible.
Well, I guess Robert's wife is not getting flowers from him.
We should try to hold out until logistics with Earth are restored. Start with electricity. We still have resources and functional drones. That should be enough for a few solar panels and batteries.
Okay. I guess we're going to repeat the process. So we're going to build 5 solar panels and 5 batteries. Do we go for a new format or... Oh, now we're going for small ones. Okay. Well, I don't know, because are we going to end up repairing these or what's the deal? Do they deliberately leave a gap or not?
Judging by the seismic activity, the meteorite impact occurred on the far side of the moon. We're lucky it happened so far away from our mission, but the strength of the blast wave raises a lot of questions.
Is that all the head of the research department can say? Somewhere far away there was an explosion and we don't know the cause?
Because scientists are working with proven facts, not speculating on fragmentary evidence. Much more data would be needed to reach the conclusions.
We have electricity, but our resource reserves are almost depleted. We need to restore production as soon as possible. Let's start with repairing the elevator to gain access to the underground level.
Okay. You don't want to... Let's do a charge station for a start. Let me put that there. Shouldn't we wire this up?
Objective achieved.
Then build a charging station for the drones. Make sure that elevator and charging station are connected to the power network.
They are. Not enough power to run the module.
Director, we're getting word of supply shortages from almost everywhere on Earth. The explosion cut off most of the supply channels from the moon. Millions of people are in need of resources, and we can satisfy that demand. Supplies used to run through the contract system, but it came to a complete halt after the explosion. We might be able to fix that.
The explosion destroyed everything on the surface, but there may still be mining modules underground. We need to go down and see what we have left.
Objective achieved.
Director, we need to reconnect the power supply to the underground level. Connect the elevator and electrical pole with wires so we can see the scale of the damages.
No? Gotta do it there. You gotta be able to pole there, that's stupid. What?
You're not the brightest, don't you?
What? Why can't I decommission that? That's not very nice. Connect the underground part of the elevator and the utility pole with a wire. Yeah? But it's too far.
Objective achieved.
Oh, now you're not going to do
That's
a pole.
better.
Why did you do a pole
I
the
see that
first
we
time?
have a module to produce smart concrete, but we have an urgent need to resume production of steel and silicone. Director, I have an idea. First, convert 5 drones into miners, and we'll proceed.
The drone reconfiguration module allows up to 5 drones to be converted into mining drones and vice versa.
Why have I only got 4? Well, it's a bit slow.
We have smelting furnaces, but to start producing any resource, the relevant oxides are always needed. We will now mine them with the mining drones. Director, we have access to iron and silicone veins. Assign drones to mine the resources from the veins to supply the processing modules with raw materials.
Enter excavation mode and assign mining drones to mine resources directly from a vein.
Okay. That is iron? Silicon.
Objective
Well.
achieved.
Well, at least put 1 drone on each. Well, let's do 2 on each, eh? Did you want us to do anything else?
You can now watch mining drones extract the oxides, and working drones deliver them to the smelting furnace.
So that's not all iron, so it's still a percentage. You have access to the game speed tool. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a percentage of other elements that you'll get. It's saying it doesn't have power. Yes, it does. Okay, it has power now. Okay, maybe we just hadn't charged up enough. Mining drone idle. Okay. Well, how about you do a bit of mining? There. Speed up a little till we get the silicon. Taking a long time to get the silicon. Only 44% that one. That's 65 for iron. Maybe that's the reason? Scan it with the ore scanner first. Okay, I guess we'll find out what that is soon enough.
Director, you can never have too much smart concrete, so it's worth spending time to produce it. For this purpose, we have a pressing module, which may not be the most efficient way, but it's good enough to start with. The pressing module requires only regolith, which is a type of lunar dirt plentiful here. Assign mining drones to the evacuation so that we have the resources we need. Free drones will deliver the regolith to production themselves.
Okay, that's the second time it said evacuation instead of excavation. Which is a little bit awkward, because I would think to get the voice actor to re-record that is a lot harder than it would be to fix up a typing mistake, because it's definitely meant to be excavation, not evacuation. Okay, so we are pressing regolith into smart concrete. So, as for supplies, right, how about let's reduce that, and then I'm assuming because silicon is taking the longest to come in, steel is pretty good. But we need to pick up the smart concrete.
Director, here's the latest news regarding contracts. To resume shipments to Earth, we'll need to restore communication and significantly expand production. If we manage this in the near term, I'll negotiate an extremely lucrative contract with the aerospace company FASM. They've lost their supplier and are willing to pay generously for an urgent order. I'm still looking into the matter, but be prepared to devote all resources to this effort if you want to maximize the benefits. I'll return as soon as new information becomes available.
Alright, we'll just wait for this to finish, and then I don't know what some of these other controls are. Drones idle. Why would they be idle? There's plenty to dig. Why are they saying idle? Hang on. One more.
Objective achieved.
Well, that's a start. There should be enough smart concrete for the first time.
Director, we have a message on the emergency channel. I'll put it on the screen.
Attention. This is Arthur Moore, commander of the Hope 2 orbital station. The station has sustained severe damage from multiple collisions. We have lost key control modules. A hard moon landing will occur in the coming weeks. Request assistance from anyone who hears this message. All crew members are ordered to take shelter in Block 4. I repeat.
The debris from the meteorite impact must have gotten Hope 2. I'm already contacting Crust to report it.
Director, my name is Clyde Draper, and I lead the Crust search and rescue operation. We are aware of the situation with Hope 2, and are already developing an evacuation plan. There's still a chance to restore resource mining and production at your facility, and it's in our mutual interest for you to assist us. We need a place to accommodate the rescued crew, and your base is the most suitable candidate for this. Crust will provide you with the necessary equipment and scientific resources to carry out the assigned tasks.
With all due respect, Director, I do not share your doubts. People are in danger, and if it's in our power to help them, we must do so.
With all due respect, Alice, altruism has clouded your judgment. Crust is clearly asking for grant aid that we cannot afford right now. I suggest we focus on restoring production and resuming shipments to Earth, where resources are urgently needed right now. Also, I've negotiated a prepayment with FASM. We can use their funds if we start reestablishing the contract system now.
All you care about is profit. If that's the case, think of the technology Crust will provide. It's worth as much as our base in its current state.
Do we pay a fair price for their technology? Don't forget, Director, by accepting Crust's offer, we will allow them to decide how our base is developed. We'll have to focus on the construction of the living quarters and postpone the expansion of high-tech manufacturing and investigation of the meteorite case.
Crust is going to accommodate the surviving Hope 2 crew members at your base in exchange for equipment and technologies for us to carry out a rescue mission. If you accept Crust's offer, you will lose access to the FASM contract, for which the corporation is willing to pay upfront.
Oh, okay, so... Oh, hang on, that says high difficulty, work in progress. So, I guess the smart thing to do with this playthrough would be to go with this one. Focus on restoring supply deliveries to Earth, because... yeah. That sounds harder. And maybe that's for a second playthrough. I don't know. So let's go with this one, because it also says work in progress. This one doesn't, so maybe this one's a little bit more polished, we'll say.
I hear you. Crust is capable of organizing a rescue operation independently, but the explosion damaged the system for communicating with the nearest facilities. You need communication for full operations on the moon, and we need it to rescue the crew of Hope 2. Your base is the closest to the repeater, and we can provide the equipment for the repairs. It's a mutually beneficial proposal, Director, but I understand if you want to discuss it with your colleagues again.
Oh my god, I'll need some advice.
If we decide to resume supplying, we'll need to interact with others to share the resources, and to do so, we have to establish communication.
Fixing a repeater is no big deal, but the Crust equipment isn't just lying around. We've already been offered it twice. There may not be a third time.
Crust is requesting your assistance in restoring the communication system on the moon in exchange for equipment to perform work on the transponder.
Well, I guess we don't get a choice.
Pleasure doing business with you. We'll send you the rover scout and the coordinates for the repeater shortly.
Don't call me cynical, but the best we can do under the current circumstances is try to salvage the equipment that miraculously survived.
Well, let's not waste any time. Professor, you prepared a research plan before starting the expedition, didn't you?
Absolutely. First, we need to increase production. We have smelting furnaces, but we need extractors and refineries to extract the oxides. Director, research underground mining and place 2 extractors on the iron and silicon veins.
Alright, let's pause. Well, we might slow it down too. Research. No research selected. Alright, so we've got to switch. Unfortunately, my head is in the way, but there is a button here that says research tree. Alright, we have... what's that? Regular... So we've already got that. We've already got smelting. Underground mining. Regolith refinery. A primary processing module that extracts the selected oxide type from the regolith. Significantly speeds up regolith mining in locations with a high concentration of valuable resources. Hang on, what did he want? Research underground mining. Complete the research to build the extractor in the engineering tree. Okay. Well, clearly we want that. So it's 100 science points, which we have. Okay, they're expensive. Just 0 days. All right, let's go normal speed for a minute. I mean, it says 0 days, so I don't know why it's actually taking days. Seems weird. Alright, so we've got no sun. There's your problem. Batteries are discharging.
Research complete.
Yeah, let's pause again. So...
Don't forget that extractors need electricity. Hold down shift to build a chain of utility poles.
So we got more science points. Yeah. We keep getting... I don't know what they want though, that's the problem. Wow, they're really expensive. Well, it looks like we're not adding any more. What's this number up here? I don't understand what that is. Connect the extractors to the network. Oh, we're just waiting for this one to be built.
Objective achieved.
I see in the data that the extractors have started mining. Now, finish the research and build 2 regolith refineries for producing iron and silicon, respectively.
Single regolith refinery, right? Guess we just have to wait. Do we make a certain amount of research per day or something? Science division on Earth, 100. So we're getting 100 research per day or something? Just part of the song. Okay, so we don't have to assign to those anymore. All right, let's speed up a little bit because we are just waiting on this research. Oh, is this our moon? All right, so we're in the dark now. We're running out of power.
Director, place the regolith refineries similarly to optimize future production. Single regolith refinery extracts the necessary oxides from the regolith by thermal treatment. The process leaves slag that can also be used in production.
Alright, I don't want to start any research because I don't know what we've got to do. Okay, we're going to have to choose production, I guess.
Objective achieved.
A single regolith refinery is a mono-refinery that can only produce one type of oxide at a time. Be sure to select the recipes for iron and silicon oxide to start production.
Okay, I haven't powered it up. So what's this? This is smelting.
Objective achieved.
Director, a conveyor belt will speed up production and eliminate the need for drones in resource delivery. I advise you to keep an eye on this technology.
You heard him, Director. Now we have a steel production chain, but we can increase its efficiency by connecting the modules with conveyor belts. It will reduce the load for drones and speed up production. Exactly what we need right now.
Alright, so we're going to research that. I don't quite understand. I have to understand this. So we've got the extractor, and it's extracting regolith. Then we take the regolith, convert it into slag and iron oxide. That then comes down here and gets smelted into steel. So before, somehow, the drones were capable of getting the iron oxide directly. They didn't take regolith from here. Yeah, we kind of need more batteries.
Research complete.
Use a conveyor belt tool and connect the extractor to the refinery and smelting furnace. This way the resource-rich regolith will go into the refinery without needing to engage drones. Okay, conveyor belt mode. I've got to go in there.
Objective achieved.
Director, we managed to send the Research Rover Scout. It's essential for your mission. Examine the satellite repeater and activate it by any means possible. Mr. Ratchet will help you sort out the controls. You're free to use data that will help the mission. Some of it will expedite the research. Professor Wilfrey knows what to do with it. However, remember that all ship logs, crew records, and other materials related to the incident are the property of Crust. Your company has no authority to examine this information.
Ratchet, did you hear? Crust put you in charge of the new toy. Don't mess it up. They won't give us another one.
I wouldn't laugh at that if I were you. We're sending an expensive machine off base where the satellite link doesn't work. If we lose it, well... Anyway, Director, let's get back to work. Land the cargo pod with the rover and we'll continue.
Alright, that was an interesting way to do conveyor belts, because it was sort of like you put them down and then you build them. Like they weren't built straight away. So that's pretty good. Alright, well, that's the start. We've run out of time. We're going to call it there for this video. We'll come back in the next video and continue on. Let me know your thoughts, opinions about the game. Obviously avoid story spoilers if there are some, which I assume there is because there's a story. Yeah, but let me know if you want to see more of this on the channel or not. And did you get the game? Are you thinking about getting it? Let me know. If you are enjoying the content, please do consider subscribing, hit that like button, and check out the channel membership if you want to support the channel further and get early access to these videos. Say hi in the comments, let me know you're watching. I read all the comments and answer them all as soon as I possibly can. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.